Trey Upchurch, Mel Presley, and Special Needs Day at the Fair. That's what we got for you this week on the PCSS Connection. Hello everyone, I'm Buddy Pearson, the Communications and Marketing Supervisor for Putnam County Schools. And yes, this is the third installment of the PCSS Connection. And kicking off this show, we have the one, the only, Mel Presley, who, by the way, is the new principal at Parkview Elementary School.
That's right.
And you're fresh into it, a couple of weeks in. How's it going over at Parkview?
It is awesome. I'm having the best time at Parkview. The families are so nice and so caring. The students are amazing. All the high fives and handshakes that I was dreaming of are happening.
Yep.
And the faculty and staff have just welcomed me and my assistant in with open arms, and we are really rallying together as a team, and it's really awesome.
Well, you've been enthusiastic about this since the get-go. I came out to your back-to-school bash, and you were just a little enthusiastic then. Check out this video that we shot then.
Oh man, it's a big deal! If you look around, we've got giant yard games of fun for our kids. Don't forget the snow cones and the popcorn. That's right, it's a big deal here at Parkview Elementary. We're looking forward to seeing you this year. See you later.
Now, I was talking to Corby King before you came on, and I was like, I'm not so sure that I'll be able to get Mel to talk because she's just not enthusiastic. He's like, yeah, you're just going to have to pull that enthusiasm out of her.
That's so true, right?
But you know what? That's an awesome thing to be known for is enthusiasm.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that obviously your teachers, the students, everybody's got to be feeling that.
Yeah, we're really trying to celebrate this year, and from the small celebrations to big celebrations like the back to school bash. And one of our big kickoffs this year was celebrating the traditions of Parkview.
Right.
And it's a school that's been around for 70 years, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is our last year in this building. Let's really celebrate. And so we kind of like took a walk through history as a faculty, what our connections were to the school, and now, as moving forward, we're going to celebrate every milestone as we go throughout the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just to relish in this moment. This is a moment in time, a moment in history with this community.
Well, we had Tina Francis on a couple of weeks ago, and she's a Parkview Rocket, not a Parkview Panda. So,
Yep.
So is that going to change in the near future with the new school? Are we going back to Rockets?
We are going back to Rockets.
Okay, that's going to make a lot of people happy.
Yes, so I don't know if you know this, but when they decided to name the new school, there was a community group that came together to decide what the name of the school was going to be, what the color scheme was going to be, what the mascot was going to be, and overwhelmingly, everybody wants to go back to the Rockets. So we're still Pandas this year.
There's nothing wrong with pandas. They're nice. They're sweet. It's all really good. But, Rockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a big, strong, urge.
Explosive.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we actually, as a faculty, we developed our mission this year over break as we're leading up into the school year, and our mission is to love, learn, and launch. And I was like, look at that!
There you go.
Rockets!
Couldn't get any better.
Right? They came up with it. So we are super excited to be the Rockets, but loving the fact that we're still Pandas this year.
Now, how long have you been in the Putnam County education system?
This will be my 21st year, I believe. I actually started at Cornerstone Middle School.
Okay.
When
When it was a middle school.
it was a middle school, that's right. And then that was when I was a SOTUS.
Yeah.
And now that when I got married, I moved to Avery Trace. And that, I'm known for my 18 years at Avery Trace, but everybody goes, oh, you taught in Baxter? Yes, actually, I did. And it's funny thing, this is off topic a little, but my SRO this week, he looked at me and he said, wait a minute, I think I know you. I had him in class.
Did you?
There you go, in Baxter.
Your SRO you had in class. You don't feel old at all, do you?
That's exactly what I said. I said, I'm old.
Don't feel old at all. So your time at Avery Trace, you were an assistant principal there.
Yes.
You feel like that was good training ground for what you're doing now?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So the things that you see at the principal level, and being at this is one of the things I told my faculty coming in. I've got a bigger school perspective of things. And working at a middle school, you see how different elementary schools, the ones that fed us, our feeder schools, how they operated. So I kind of have a perspective on...
And the results of how they operate.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And so that mentality, the structures and routines that I am used to has really helped me in the smaller school to implement some things that are just going to take us from great to amazing.
Yeah.
So yes, my role as an assistant principal also at the middle school level helps me to have a more level head perspective about some things. I don't get so worried about a snake that might not, but we've had one at Parkview. There was one at Avery Trace one time when I walked in. The teachers were like, "Oh gosh, I'm so glad you're here." We had a snake. And I just calmly went over and got a broom and dustpan and gathered the snake and put it outside. But I'm just very collected about things like that.
Yeah.
And I think that helps in this setting as well. So when everybody's a little heightened because we're still new to school.
Yeah.
Parents included.
Yes.
So, I think it's a good thing.
I talked to you when you were named Parkview principal, and we were at Avery Trace, and you got teared up because of how much Avery Trace meant to you for all those years, and the relationships and the people and that kind of thing. So how has that been going from Avery Trace over to Parkview and leaving those relationships?
Well, change is always hard.
Yeah.
And it was good though to the transition out of Avery Trace and helping my replacement, Miss Karen Maddox, come in. That it's very cathartic in one way to be able to help someone else and teach them, and to see how you can be of assistance to them, to teach them in those roles. The relationships that I had with families and teachers. It's sad, but I still see them because my kid still goes there, and my other one will go there. So I have a different relationship with them, and that's good. But that being said, change is good, and it's okay to push yourself out of a comfort zone.
Yeah.
That was definitely my comfort zone, and I don't have those types of relationships with these families. I saw a student last night at the fair, and they were waving at me, and I waved back, and my son goes, "I think he goes to your school," and I was like, "Oh!" I don't have.
Yeah.
I knew every kid that has come through Avery Trace, so I don't have that just yet.
Yeah. But you're getting there.
But I'm getting there.
That's
there. Right. I'm getting there.
How many students do you have at Parkview?
Roughly 400.
Yeah.
Roughly.
400 names, you'll get there eventually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the families.
And the families.
Yeah, there are some that I already know from my involvement in community things through Cub Scouts or sports or, whatever. But, getting there. Give me some grace and patience.
Well, you mentioned your son. Tell us about your family.
Oh, well, I have a 6th grader at Avery Trace and a 4th grader at Capshaw, and they keep me very busy.
Yes.
Very, very busy. Like I said, they're both in scouting. They both play some type of sport.
Awesome.
Travel, soccer. You will find me at the soccer fields all the time. I'm the team manager for, I can't say no, I don't think. I'm a Cub Scout den mom. I'm a team manager. I'm the Sunday school teacher on Sundays.
Right.
I find myself just saying yes to whatever. If it involves my kids and my family, I will be there. Why, So I've got the 2 boys. We live on a farm. Awesome. If you went to my office today, you would see evidence of the farm.
Oh, what kind of evidence are we talking here?
So my boys showed chickens and a duck at the fair this week, yes, and prize-winning birds.
And they're at school now?
They are, because I didn't realize pickup for the birds was supposed to be last night. I was at the fair, but I didn't have my cages, so I had to swing by this morning, pick up my birds, and they're living in my office, which has been a hilarious day. Everybody's been coming in going, "Oh, there's a duck." They're fine. So anyway, we live on a farm. Right. We always have something going on between our extracurriculars and taking care of the animals. It's a lot of fun. So that's me in a nutshell. Crazy.
No. So what would a perfect day look like for Mel Presley? I mean, from the time
at
you got
school?
No, just a perfect day.
Oh, well, there's two different. I have a at-home perfect day and an at-school perfect day. So we'll do a school.
Okay.
So before I come to school, I really prep myself mentally for school. So let me tell you, the other day was a really good morning before I came to school. It was the day that we were under tornado watch, but we weren't quite yet. So it was a little stormy in the morning, but it was beautiful outside. So I watch the sunrise, and I have my spiritual time in the morning as I watch the sunrise. I practice yoga every morning to try and stay, somewhat healthy. And I go for a walk with my dog every morning. So when I was walking the dog and I was having my spiritual moments, I look up and I saw a double rainbow.
Wow.
Beautiful. And behind the double rainbow, I saw lightning strike, and I was like, wow. We live in a beautiful earth. Yeah. And so, I went to school like Zen, And so then when I get to school, everybody's in a great mood. Yeah. Everybody's high, giving me hugs. It's just a very happy, that 30 minutes before school starts when I get to stand outside and talk to parents and kids. I love that time, especially when everybody's having a great day. Yeah. So that was a perfect day. You come in, teachers right away, 8 o'clock, we're, teaching our hearts out. Yeah. I love doing that. And then what would be perfect is when we've had lots of community members and groups pouring into our school this first couple weeks leading into school. They've been bringing us lunch. They've been bringing us coffee, all the things. And I think that helps teachers to feel that zen at school, amidst the busy day. And so in my perfect day at school, I have greeted everyone. We've kicked off the day. I'm going around walking in classrooms. Teachers are teaching their heart out, and I have a lunch provided for them in the faculty lounge, so that they're happy, everybody's happy, and then at the end of the day, this would be the dream. Okay. Car line goes off without a hitch.
Without a hitch.
Nobody's upset.
No phone calls, no texts.
That's right. Everybody's happy. Parents are waving. Thank you. This was the fastest car line. You're welcome. And then I would leave a happy principal and go on doing my happy mom farm life.
There you go.
That's the perfect day.
There you go. Well, that does sound like a perfect day.
Doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure pretty much every principal would love to have that kind of a day.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
But let me tell you this. I had a great day yesterday. Do you have time for me to tell you this?
Sure.
Okay, great.
We have another bit of time.
So this is a benefit of being an elementary principal, and I had to brag to my middle school people about this, so I had to send them a photo. Yesterday was Special Needs Awareness Day at the fairground. Yeah. I have 3 classes from pre-K to 4th grade that attended yesterday, and one of my teachers was really nervous about going because it's new, we just started school, they don't know their students, and I was like, I'll go with you. I'm not scared, but I had the best day at the fair with these
Wasn't it
kids.
Great?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was able to come out there for a little while, and the weather was perfect. I mean, it
yes.
was great.
It was not hot.
Yeah.
And the community support for this event. I knew about this event, but I've never attended.
Yeah.
All these years. Oh my goodness.
It's great.
The sponsors, the way that the SROs and the firefighters, it was amazing. The kids and the families loved it, and I was like, this is what being an elementary principal is all about.
Well, it was, and we've got a video in just a little while that we're going to show from that day. But yes, that was so special to see that, and to see the policemen riding the rides with the kids, and the firefighters, and all the emergency responders, and how the kids just ate it up. I mean,
they did.
I saw a student go over, and he sits down next to a policeman on the ride, man, and you could just tell they were just having a big time.
Oh my goodness, yes. And they had like some of their working dogs. They let you pet them, and
that was great.
Yes,
that was great.
yeah.
That too was a good day.
See, it was. That's what I was saying. Excellent days. I've had great days. So.
Well, this has also been an excellent podcast, Mel Presley, the enthusiastic Mel Presley. thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day.
Of course, thank you.
Good luck to you at Parkview.
Thank you.
Pandas, soon to be Rockets. You've got a new school now that you're going to be moving into.
Yes.
How excited are you about this new school?
We are super pumped.
Yeah.
So part of our lead up into the school year was I had my teachers do a scavenger hunt where they got to go, because many of them hadn't even been to the site.
right.
You know, and you can't really see much yet, but that got them excited about it. But there's things as I've been going around the school, and it's kind of like we're all dreaming, like, oh, in the new school we will have more room for storage, and in the new school. So it's really an exciting promise that we see up here. There is still some nostalgia though for the building.
Oh, sure.
Lots of memories
will
made
always
there.
see that building as Parkview.
Yes, lots of nostalgia. But we are super excited to have shiny new things.
Everything.
So,
Well, Mel, thanks so much for being with us.
of course, thank you.
All right, have a great day.
You too.
Well, it's been a busy week for us here at the Putnam County School System with the second full week of school already in the books. If you follow us on social media, you know we posted a need for substitute teachers and the qualification changes to LEAPs and 21st century before and after school programs. To stay up to date on what's happening, be sure to follow PCSS on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or check our website at pcsstn.com. Well, the Putnam County Fair has come and gone, but not without a very special day for our special needs students right here in Putnam County. The fair, James Gang Amusements, and local law enforcement and first responders helped our special needs students have an outstanding day at the fair. Check this out.
Well, right now they're sitting down for lunch. Chick-fil-A has provided lunch for our students, so they're just coming from riding the rides. James Gang volunteers their time, as well as the Fair Board has set up this day for us to come for our students to ride rides without all of the crowds. Some of our students don't do well in crowds, so this is a time when they get to enjoy the fair when they might not otherwise get to come. So we're very thankful to the Fair Board and James Gang for volunteering their time. The fire department comes, the sheriff's department, the city police department, they all come out and ride rides with our kids. So it's a very special day for them just to come and enjoy the fair.
So local first responders coming out, hanging out with the kids, the special needs groups in the school, just having a good time, and week gives us a chance to be kids with them.
So, have you gotten sick on any rides yet?
I don't go on some of them just because of that. I know I'm good with the pirate ship and the bumper cars. That's about it.
So how fun is it for the policemen and for the students, do you think?
Well, it's fun to see these kids that may not have the chance to do this otherwise and have it all to themselves, and just gives us a chance to see them having fun.
It's great. It's just great to see our kids have a great day. We've had a wonderful weather day today. Many times it's really hot, so they provide water. They provide cooling areas for them to get to cool off, but today has been just great weather-wise for them to get to enjoy the day and ride rides. It's great to see our kids having a good time and getting to interact with the adults that come and volunteer with them. The parents get to have a good time seeing their kids enjoy the rides. They enjoy it too, to spend the day with their kids today, and so it's just been an awesome day.
Welcome back to the PCSS Connection. Our next guest used to be the principal at Prescott South Middle School. Now he is the Student Services Supervisor. Trey Upchurch joins us now. And Trey, what does the Student Services Supervisor do?
First, thanks for having me. I hear I followed Mel Presley, and that's.
You got to have a
be
little
super
enthusiasm there.
right? So, Student Services, we are the hub, so to say, of everything that's student-related outside of academics.
Okay.
So, nurses, counselors, PE teachers, we do homeless liaisons, we provide just tangible goods to families in need.
Yeah.
So family engagement operates out of our office. We have some special programs that run out of our office with
Okay.
Cindy Putnam. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So how do you go from being the principal at Prescott South Middle School to the Student Services Supervisor?
That's a good question. I guess one of the things that I feel like was a strength of mine at Prescott was providing for families and
Yeah.
that social emotional side. And so I think that's part of the reason why I am where I am now. It's just it was a good segue for me.
Yeah. How long were you at Prescott?
Total of 7 years.
Wow, long time. And now how long have you been in the Putnam County education system?
This is 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
What were you doing before that?
Before that, I was in Morgan County, and then prior to that, excuse me, prior to that, I was at as a Chamber of Commerce supervisor, director
Yeah.
in Fentress County,
Oh,
and the
okay.
military prior to that.
Yeah, wow. So now making that transition from principal to student services, since you were a principal, I think it's safe to say that you know what can help these schools and help principals and help the teachers when it comes to student services.
Absolutely. I think it's about being in the role and knowing that yes, you have the supervisor title, but you're there to provide support. I mean, your boots on the ground, you're asking questions. What do you need? How can I better help you?
Yeah.
What's some things that I may be missing? How can we improve certain things? So it's very much about being that servant leader in that role. I mean, that's key. Everybody in that building, I think, has that same mindset.
And I did not know this, but student services is located, it's like that little building right outside Cookeville High School. It's like you're turning to Cookeville High, look right to the left, and there you are.
Yes, so
Yes.
we're that little tarmac,
Yeah.
like the small hub for the old airport. That's us. Yeah,
And you've got a lot of stuff in there.
we do have a lot of stuff in
And you
there.
got a cool van.
We do, and
That trailer?
definitely put the van to use. And the trailer is something we're excited to roll out. We're finally getting to button it up and getting everything installed, but it'll be our family engagement welcome wagon. So
So what do you think is the most rewarding part of your job?
I think I can't specifically say one thing, but overall, it's just providing support and seeing the impact that has on families. But I think you've got this teacher side where we try to really do the mental health through Ms. Barker and really push taking care of our teachers and faculty and staff. But then you also the student side, obviously being student services,
Yeah.
just being able to provide families in need. And I mean, I feel like we have a profound impact. And it all starts at the school level. The schools are they're the catalyst, reaching out to us and saying, hey, we've got these kiddos that need support. What can you do? And then we get the ball rolling and go from there.
Yeah. I also know that I hear that you're really good at hiring golf coaches when you're a principal.
Who was that? I cannot think of who that could be.
And what people don't realize, we have a lot in common. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, we both go by nicknames.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
one thing. We don't have to bring up our real names, but we're just going to say we go by our nicknames. And we both played on the same golf team recently in the Superintendent Cup.
Yeah, but I probably shot a 40 over. You probably shot a 4 under. I think it's a little discrepancy.
But we were teammates, man.
That's true.
And we were so close. People don't realize how close we were to winning that cup.
2 strokes.
2 strokes.
2 strokes.
2 strokes. That's all
Yeah.
it is. And that's, in golf, that's easy to make up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does Trey Upchurch do when you're not being the student services supervisor?
So being somebody who loves hobbies, I feel like I've done about all of them. But now I've really settled. I love guitars.
Yeah.
I love. My dad's been a long-time builder, and so I've reached that age where I really want to learn from him.
Build a
and
guitar.
Building
Wow.
guitars.
I have trouble playing guitar, much less
Well,
building one.
not the best player either, but I love the building side. There's something very relaxing about it, but very much enjoying getting to know that, and obviously spending time with family. My daughter's in track and FFA, and my wife has her own business, so I help those on the side as well.
Now, where's your daughter go to school?
Cuba High School.
Yeah. So she's right there by you. I mean, she can just, hey, Dad, look.
Which is, I like it, but she probably doesn't. But I was a principal for her entire middle school, and yeah.
So you like to play guitar. What's the favorite song that you like to play on the guitar? I mean, if you're just going to go home and you just pick it up, it's like, man, I'll automatically start playing this.
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
Dock of the Bay.
Really? Awesome. Yeah. So what kind of music then do you like to listen to?
Honestly, everything. I pulled up my playlist the other night. It was just songs I'm just trying to learn, and I had everything from, honestly, Nat King Cole to the Eagles to, it's just a little bit of everybody. It's hodgepodge, country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you look at students in the Putnam County school system, what do you think is the biggest need out there? What do you think is the one area that we can help them the most?
Yeah, I think that's a two-part thing. So we have the academic need, which I think we've making such great strides, and then we have the social, emotional, and the tangible need. And I think it's just a combination of both: mental health, post-COVID response, and how we take care of kids.
That's what I was going to say. It seems like post-COVID, we see a lot more mental health issues than there was pre-COVID. And so, how do you deal with those things?
Well, it's just case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
Because everyone truly is different. And so it's putting the right people in place to provide that support. And we have a very, what I consider the best support network in Tennessee. So just a great group of people. From our social workers to our mental health coordinators to, everybody plays a role. Principals, nurses, teachers. But I think we have a very robust network of taking care of kids. So
what do you like most about education? You've been in it for 10 years. You've been in Prescott for 7. You've been student services for 3. What is it that you really enjoy the most about education?
Day to day, just providing support. But then I think what I'm seeing now, and it's happening more and more, is when I get messages from kids, even kids who I know I was difficult, like I held them accountable, and
Sure.
They're reaching back out and saying, hey, you were right. All those speeches you gave, or they're just reaching out and saying, hey, thank you. You took the time to talk to me in the hallway, and now I've went in the Navy, or, now I'm playing a sport at the high school, and I never would have done that if you hadn't. It's the small little comments and the hellos that make such a big, profound difference in the student's life. And you don't always see that in the moment, but it's the 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the road. Yeah.
And I don't want to look over the fact that you were in the military. What branch of the military were you in?
Air Force.
Yeah. What made you want to go to the Air Force?
Gosh, I would love to say it was something profound and.
Well, fighter jets?
Well, I'm way too tall for that.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I was in ROTC in high school. I thought I was going to go play basketball, but decided that the military might have been a better option, and so I joined, and that was another 8 years active duty and then 4 years in reserves.
Oh, wow.
So,
and I always think that the military right out of high school is a very good option for young men, especially if you don't know what you want to do or you don't know, maybe have a plan.
Sure.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I do. I think, again, case by case, you just look at it, and that's where counselors are so important, is really sitting down and building that understanding of what students can do and what their next step is. If a student gets to the point where they say, hey, I want a career, but I don't necessarily know what it is right now, 4 years, you get the money, you can pay for college, I think it's a positive thing. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I've talked to my daughter about going in the Navy, but she loves FFA and she wants to do marine science.
Okay.
But she doesn't necessarily want to go in the Navy.
Yeah.
And so we're looking more at the college level.
Awesome. Trey Upchurch, military man, thank you for your service.
Thanks.
Guitarist, moderate golfer,
Moderate guitarist.
and student services supervisor. Man, we thank you so much for being with us.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
On the PCSS Connection.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it for this week. For Trey Upchurch, I'm Buddy Pearson. We'll see you next week on the PCSS Connection. God bless.